All right, so hello everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy, and I'm going to be giving the readings today. These are not general readings, they're secret code name readings. Okay, if one of the secret code names resonates to you, there's most likely a message in there for you. But these are not general messages. These were paid for in advance. All right, anybody who wanted a secret code name and was able to get one before it sold out. This event sold out in 3 hours. Okay, people were like, what? I was like, I know. I'm sorry. I was like, it's sold out. Sold out in 3 hours. So, for those of you who got your secret code name, you know who you are. These are personal messages for you. And for everybody else who did not get one, like I said, if you resonate to one, there's most likely a message in there. Okay, a lot of people that resonate to the code names that didn't actually get one think that they're still dead on. So thank you. Thank you. I decided to go a little curly. I decided to have a little fun with my makeup. If the curls start wigging and flying, you know what I mean? I don't. I have no control over the curls now, okay? The curls have a mind and body of their own. So, all right. For those of you not familiar with me in the channel, and this is your first time here, you're new, please be aware, I have no filter. I don't sugarcoat my messages, okay? I talk about adult things. So, if that is not your thing, or you have children around, or you just don't appreciate those kinds of messages, I'm always very, very respectful of that, and I'm giving you the opportunity to sign off now. These are for the full moon in Pisces. These are our what dreams may come, okay? Now, the questions that we're answering is pretty much ultimately what are you manifesting, right? Because Pisces is all about the subconscious and the depths of the self that we don't fully understand. Okay, so what are you ultimately manifesting? What is the subconscious dream state that you're in that is becoming your conscious reality? All right, because there's a lot of things that go on in the subconscious. Now, let me break down for you real quickly my definition of conscious and subconscious and unconscious. Conscious is everything that you see, everything that you hear, everything that you take in from the outer experience. Everything you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, everything is conscious, okay? This is all consciousness. Consciousness created everything. The subconscious is the thoughts and the feelings and the sensings that go on in the mind that we're not bringing into the conscious. It's not being written down. It's not being talked about, right? It's not being done. The subconscious is what's in here. What's in here that maybe nobody else knows about, okay? It's your subconscious thoughts that could come from soul scars, that can come from old belief systems, patterns in thinking. So the subconscious is a realm that we all like to believe it doesn't manifest because it stays in here, but that's not true. That's not true, because unconscious is how conscious and subconscious create your reality and your life experience. So I want to know what the fuck is going on in the subconscious for you guys so that your conscious reality can stay exactly the way you want it without the subconscious interfering, okay? So I'm using my Naked Heart Tarot, all right? Naked Heart Tarot, and then I'm going to be using my Crystal Mandala Oracle, all right, as guidance. It will also give you a guardian, right? There's always guardians on the cards, and a crystal. You don't have to have the crystal, you don't have to go buy the crystal, but if you have the crystal, that's awesome, and if you don't, look it up and really get into its vibes. All right, so secret code names today are Glowing Lotus, Violet Unicorn, Galaxy Guardian, Aurora Borealis, Willow Tree, Lucky Green, Clouds, Iolite, like the crystal, the Legendary Rhinoceros, Midnight Mystic, Moon Web, and Ice and Fire, Fire and Ice, however I put it, Fire and Ice. Okay, so those are the secret code names. That is the order I'm going to do them in. Again, it's Glowing Lotus, Violet Unicorn, Galaxy Guardian, Aurora Borealis, Willow Tree, Lucky Green, Clouds, Iolite, the Legendary Rhinoceros, Midnight Mystic, Moonweb, and Fire and Ice. All right, so without further ado, we can get into this now, shall we? Yeah? All right, so we're at 5 minutes, 15 seconds for Glowing Lotus. All the timestamps will be in the description. Please keep in mind, YouTube has been taking a very long time to load the lives, so if you don't catch it live, you might have to wait until it loads. All right, so share it out. Share it out now while I'm live. Share it if you're catching the replay. I love that, guys. All right, Glowing Lotus, here we go. What is going on in subconscious? What's manifesting? What's manifesting in the subconscious that you ain't talking about, that you ain't doing about, that you're doing a lot of thinking and feeling about? All right, so Glowing Lotus, what is manifesting? What is manifesting? Here we go. Glowing Lotus. And those who resonate to this message, Spirit, please, what is going on? What is going on? What is manifesting from the subconscious? And mind you guys, I keep all of my cards in the decks upright, so if they do come out in the reverse, it's just the way it is. All right, sometimes it's good, sometimes it sucks. Like, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I just pull the cards, okay? I'm just a divine medium here. Here we go. What else? I like the cards we got so far. Okay, so whatever you're manifesting, Glowing Lotus, whatever you're manifesting, just don't worry, you're fine. You're fine. All right, so the bottom of the deck is the Three of Coins. So this is about contracts. It could be, it could be work related. For some of you that might be work related. I feel like this, because we also have the Sage, which is the Hierophant, I think you have a very high contract in mind. I think you might want solid commitment with someone, possibly a King of Cups, might have a King of Cups on your mind. All right, someone who might be emotionally reserved, but very mature and very mysterious. It's on the top of the deck. The Heart of Pentacles. And so this might be you, the Queen of Pentacles, right? Consciously, what's on the conscious mind is you have a lot of love to give, right? You have a lot of love to give and a lot of energy, just very generous, I think, for whoever this King of Cups is, all right? Mind you guys, gender's fluid, so take it as it resonates for you. We do have, starting off at the top of the reading, the Innocence of Wands and the Six of Wands. I think you have reached, and it's been a theme in a couple of the readings that I've done, this beginner's mind. I think that you've kind of surrendered to the flow in your reality. I think that you're getting signs or signals outright. Like, because I'm just reading this as kind of like a signal going off, like an emission. And I think that you're getting the nudges. I think you're getting the nudges or the reassurance from Spirit that there's victory at hand, okay? That you have the stamina to keep going. I think I think whatever this is, I think it's been a long time coming. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is about waiting for the fruits of your labor, right? Waiting for the fruits of your labor to show up, and there's always still a little more work to be done because the Eight of Pentacles comes after, which is the effort. So it's been like this waiting time. I think you might be thinking a lot about how you've been waiting, a lot about how you want something solid, something serious, something emotionally invested. with the moon and the temperance card coming after. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the vibe of the moon card for this reading. That's what's tempering. I think the moon, because the moon is Piscean energy, that you got this for the full moon in Pisces in your reading. You might be seriously battling with old shadows that are coming into balance. I don't think you actually have anything to fear or worry about. I think more time is needed. I think more time is needed for what it is that you are consciously wishing to manifest. But I think it's a guaranteed win if you can be patient and continue to commit to being emotionally mature yourself and allowing the divine to reassure you of the victory at hand. Okay, whatever the divine's doing in the background for you to have your dream manifest, let this be divine confirmation for you that if you're worried about something, especially a relationship, or if it's going to be what you want, I'm just letting you know, as long as you hold a solid, mature center and you're not necessarily a overreactive, emotional, like Queen of Cups, right? You're in your own King of Cups energy. I think that you can overcome this illusion. Likewise, if you've been holding back and waiting for someone to get the signal, like get the hint, I think they got the hint. Okay, I think they get the hint. I think they get the hint. Don't be persistent with the hinting. Don't be persistent with the hinting, whatever that is. Yeah, I'm feeling as if you're waiting on something. What else, Spirit? I feel like. Yeah, the Strength and the Hanged Man. You gotta be, this is a more Piscean energy with the Hanged Man and Leo energy with the Strength card. You gotta be real strong, calling your angels. Archangel Ariel is excellent. So is Archangel Jophiel. They help with courage and gratitude, understanding the beauty of the development, right? Shifting perspective. The Innocence of Wands can also be a little impatient. For the victory, right? A little impatient for the victory. It's almost like you've been in this race a long time. You know, it's impatient for the victory. You want the race to be over. You want it to be won, right? You want the finish line. I'm really hearing you don't actually have anything to worry about. I think you just have to be strong and patient. I think trying to force anything would be unwise. I think this victory is going to come in naturally because you're contracted to do so, right? It's contracted to do so between that Three of Coins and the Sage. And we got the Five of Wands on the bottom now and the Eight of Swords on top. So whatever you're having mental conflicts, right? Whatever's going on in your mind that you're not talking about, you're seriously conflicted about it. On top and bottom, it's got you all kinds of trapped, right? It's got you all kinds of trapped with this, which is why you need to be so strong. You need to you can call on Archangel Gabriel to help you give the words you need to speak at the right time, you know? But, what you're manifesting, I think you're receiving the signs and synchronicities of victory and affirmation of victory. You just need to be really conscious of the fact that if you're expecting results yesterday or tomorrow and you act or react on the fact that nothing has happened yesterday, today, or probably tomorrow, I think you might get yourself in a pickle. So don't let your thoughts insist on making the reality something that it's not. Again, they're reminding me of the hinting. I think they get the hint. If they're not responding to the hint, it's because they're blatantly ignoring your hints. Okay, they don't not get them. They're getting the hints. Okay, they're getting the hints. The hints are blatantly being ignored if they're not being acted on. Okay, and you need to accept that for what it is and put your focus elsewhere, because whatever empty space, void, need you have that you wish they were filling, that spirit telling you, you got to fill it yourself. You got to fill that bill yourself. If someone's getting the hints and they're not receptive and they're not doing it, it's not in alignment, or it would just flow, right? Which means you either have to flow yourself on out of there, or do it on your own, right? Just do it on your own and not bank on anybody else to do what you want them to do for you, including love, right? You can want somebody else to love you, but if that's not being had, you know what I mean? Then you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. So, Crystal Mandala Oracle. Spirit, please. What card above all other cards for a secret code name, Glowing Lotus, and those who would resonate to it? Yeah, Goddess Hecate, or Hecate, however you pronounce it, and Micah, the Crossroad of Destiny. Card number 42. This card is a big deal, powerful card. You are at a point, in your journey where you are literally choosing which way to go. All right, do you want to go this way, or do you want to go that way? Do you want to deal with this, or do you want to deal with that? Do you want to manifest this, or do you want to manifest that? And if you really want to manifest what you really want to manifest, and that feels good, then you need to follow your feel-goods down whatever path that is. Okay? This is trust and faith. We got all this red and purple energy and this orangey energy in there. I'm feeling like you got to trust your soul. You got to trust your soul. You can call in Goddess Hecate as a protector. While you choose. She has a shield, right? There's a protective shield that she has. You can actually even see some of it here in the picture. Okay? And you can see it again up here. You're being protected no matter which road you take, okay? You're being protected no matter which road you take. But you are at a crossroads and you have to make a decision. If it doesn't feel right to make the decision, don't make that decision. Wait for a better one. Wait for a better solution that you haven't thought of yet. Right? Think outside the box. If none of the solutions you've come up with are registering as the right one, then there's another right one out there. Okay? There's another right choice. Goddess Hecate, definitely look her up. She is like a goddess of goddesses. She's the goddess of the moon. She's also the maid, the mother, the crone. She's presented oftentimes with 3 faces, and it's also past, present, future. You know, it's all that kind of stuff. She's extremely powerful. She's been one of my guides and guardians for a while now, a few years now. She crossed my path, and find a lot of solace in this card, because Hecate will never put you down the wrong path. I'll put it that way. No matter what path you take with Hecate, it's always authentic. Always. So, I hope that helps. higher will is on the bottom. I'm telling you, faith and trust. Faith and trust. All right. I hope that helps. Manifesting victory, manifesting high soul contracts, needing to be patient and be very mature, right? Not emotionally reactive, but emotionally mature to get yourself out of this illusion, and bring the dream you want into the reality, right? Giving it a chance to alchemize and truly come into balance. It needs time, okay? It needs time. So if you're being tested on impatience, don't bust it up. Don't bust up your dream. All right, don't bust up your dream on impatience. Just hold fucking faith. Do as you're guided. Whatever you need to do will come easily. If it's not coming easy for you to do it, it's because it's not in alignment. It's not flowing, right? You're forcing it. If you have to force it, then it's not in alignment. There's something else. It has to be easy for you to take the steps and accomplish. Even if there's a lot of steps, even if there's time waiting in between, you know what I mean? But the steps themselves are not difficult or being blocked from you. And so take those steps. Take those steps. All right? I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Violet Unicorn. Starting at 21. 21. All right. Violet Unicorn. Secret code name Violet Unicorn, and those who would resonate in this secret code name. What is going on in the subconscious that's manifesting into your reality? What is going on? What is going on? Secret code name Violet Unicorn. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Violet Unicorn. Spirit, please. What are they manifesting? What's going on underneath? What's going on in the subconscious? Do I stay or do I go now? Oh, okay. Part of you wants to talk, having a very emotional talk, and you're holding back, and it has to do with a soulmate that you just are, I think, choosing not to talk to because it's just not where you want it to be emotionally. You want 2 of Cups, and we've got 8 of Cups here. And so it's like choosing to walk away because those 2 special cups are missing, right? You want to have this emotional conversation, and you're holding on to this idea of this soulmate, but you know you can't. In your subconscious, you know you can't hold on, right? You have to move forward. You have to move forward. What else, Spirit, is going on? Secret coding Violet Unicorn. I know that's hard for you. Yeah, Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Wands, the Heart of Wands. They're all the same thing, okay? The heart is the queen, and the wands or the fire is the cups is the heart or whatever. So, listen, I think your spirit really does want to talk to someone because that Queen of Wands, that heart fire comes underneath the movement of cups. I think soul deep, you feel like something needs to be said and you're not letting it be said, maybe because you're protecting yourself. But I think you intuitively know it needs to be said, and whatever happens in the aftermath of what was said that you're afraid of, right? I think you just kind of need to let that exist however it's meant to exist, because there's something in your heart and soul that really does feel like you need to say something and you're holding back, which is going to create that moving forward, that loss. Because what you want to communicate that you're holding on to, this dream, is the wish fulfillment with your Emperor, right? The Sky Father comes out underneath the Two of Cups. You're holding on to this wish fulfillment. You have this heart connection with someone. Clarify the Eight of Cups, Spirit. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Yeah, we got the Eight of Swords because you can't get out of your mind about it. It's staying in the subconscious. Whatever it is that you want to talk about is staying in the subconscious, and that's why you're moving forward, because you're not having that conversation. So we got the Six of Swords with the Earth Mother, the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Heart of Cups. All right, so we got another Queen of Cups energy. Right, hearts, queens, all this stuff. Empress. There, you might know that there's more than one person in the reality, which is why you're holding back, because it doesn't make sense for you to open up emotionally when you are maybe not in the forefront. With this person, this could be someone at some point that you wanted to have children with. And maybe you still do want to, you know, have children and stuff like that. But I think it's, and you haven't yet, which might be hard, right? Which might be hard knowing that you had pictured yourself having kids with someone, and there's obviously multiple queens on the board and an empress, you know, so it's difficult to move away from a situation like that where your heart's connected, right? Your heart's connected to this emperor. But I feel like you might have no other choice. You might have no other choice than to walk away. And it sucks because you don't feel like you should be walking away because you feel like this is your person. But at the same time, it's like you don't see how you could stay, right? You don't see how you could continue to care or revolve your life around them. And I think that's starting to really kind of set in. You want to move forward. You want to be the empress. You want to have someone who wants to start a family with you. You know, you want the dream. You want the dream. And I feel like you're wondering if you'll ever find a heart that is equal to your own. Right, I'm feeling like you're wondering if you'll ever find a heart that is equal to your own. So that's what's going on in the subconscious. You want to have this conversation. I think you need to have this. Honestly, the way I'm feeling it, I feel like you need to have this conversation and let it go. Right, have the conversation that you need to have, because that's going to eat at you in your subconscious that you should have had that talk. You should have this. You should have that. You know, it's like one of those things that when you look back in hindsight, it doesn't matter if they stay or go or choose you or not. It's like you just need to speak your truth so that it's not spinning. You know what I mean? Like spinning in there, because you had a dream. You know, this wish fulfillment. You were holding on to this dream for the longest time, and it's almost like needing to address that. Because I think once you have that conversation, it's really going to help you move forward. I do think it is going to help you move forward to what it is that you do want. Yeah, we got the Two of Swords on the bottom and the Five of Cups on top. Yeah, because you're heartbroken and you don't know what to do. You're heartbroken and you don't know what to do. You don't want to be cold. You don't want to turn other people off. You know what I mean? Because you're still kind of holding on to this wish fulfillment with an emperor who you can't be with. Have whatever conversation you need to have, because I think that it's going to help you either A, close out the cycle completely, or and help you move forward away from whoever that energy was that's the way that I'm feeling that, their energy, I feel like they're super scattered in their own self. Like they don't know what the fuck end is up or what they're doing. You know what I mean? So just get yourself away from that energy and leave your little dot of love on it. You know what I mean? Do what you do best, and that's love, right? Do what you do best and then leave it alone. Love and leave. You know, love and leave. You speak your truth and let it move you, right? Let it move you. So getting into the Crystal Mandala Oracle for Violet Unicorn and those who would resonate to this message. Yeah, subconsciously you're manifesting a conversation or a whole lot of what ifs later, right? That you're going to be kicking yourself for, because your subconscious mind will just run the fuck away with that shit, you know, when we leave things that we think we should have done that we didn't do. Yeah, she shall always prevail. Goddess Isis and Isis Crystal. Goddess Isis is all about magic. She's powerful as fuck as a guardian. You know, she shall always prevail. Your heart will always win. Love will always win. Your soul fire, that heart of wands, right? Queen of wands, soul fire will always win. Your beautiful heart wins. Your truth wins. Vulnerability wins. Don't be afraid if someone receives it well or not. The whole point is you're being called to have a conversation and leave your stamp of love on something. Leave your mark of love on something. And allow that love, like a seed, to grow and change and shift for that person for the duration of their reality here while you create your own, right? It's leaving a little seed of love to heal so that they can hopefully get their shit together, right? Because they're definitely all over the fucking place. You gotta trust, right? Unconditional trust is on the bottom. So I hope that helps. All right, I hope that helps. What you're manifesting is a definite conversation, because I think deep down in your heart, you just want to move forward. You just want to move forward. I don't think you want to actually be stuck with your heart attached to someone who it can't be attached to right now, right? It can't. You just trust the truth in your soul always, but understand divine timing too. You know what I mean? You just got to move on and move forward. Got to move on and move forward. You can't lose. Good, beautiful hearts, they don't lose. They get stuck in situations where they feel they need to keep losing. You know what I mean? But they don't actually have to lose. Good people can meet good people and have a good life, you know? It's the truth. We heal ourselves when we walk away from toxicity, and likewise refuse to take that toxicity personal and bring it on as a cross that we bear and bring into other relationships. Don't let anybody who hasn't, you know, really stood up for you and your dynamic with them to interfere with any new beautiful dynamic that would come in and honor you, right? So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right, moving on. Galaxy Guardian. Ooh. I'm gonna start at 33. 33. All right. Galaxy Guardian. Spirit, please. Her secret code name, Galaxy Guardian, and those who would resonate with this code name who are drawn to it. What is going on in the subconscious? It's not actually being communicated or talked about or experienced. What is going on in the subconscious mind that's manifesting for Galaxy Guardian? What is going on in there? Galaxy Guardian, those who would resonate to it. What's going on? I'm hearing real clear obligation. You're definitely feeling like you're being obligated to initiate. You feel like you're the one that's always obligated to initiate, or you're being obligated to get the ball rolling or start the ripple. Like with the Devil card here and the Knight of Wands. Be careful, because you might be manifesting a motherfucker, okay? To be completely fair, if you have insecurity issues or self-worth issues and things like that you're not talking about in your subconscious, you might be manifesting a real motherfucker. This has motherfucker all over it, right? If that's the case. If you're feeling unsure about yourself in any way, and I'm definitely being pinged to like inner insecurities that you don't talk about. Like, everybody might think you're wonderful and great, and you're not insecure. Everybody loves you. And then on the inside, though, you're comparing yourself to other people, or where they're at in life, or what they look like, or what they have. You know, who the fuck knows, right? What's going on in anybody's subconscious, because no one talks about the subconscious. It stays in there below the conscious level. So if you have insecurity issues on any level, you could seriously be manifesting a real motherfucker. Or, like I said, you're feeling obligated to initiate all the time. Initiating conversation, initiating an action. In which case, if you feel obligated to do that already with someone in your environment, you are dealing with a motherfucker right now. You're dealing with a motherfucker who's wasting your time right now. If you feel like you have to initiate or keep it going, I feel like if that is all the validation you fucking needed right there, right? You're dealing with a motherfucker. What else? What else, Spirit, is going on for secret code name Galaxy Guardian? Yeah, moving forward, it's only a matter of time, because you know. Six of Swords. Moving forward out of turbulent waters. It's only a matter of time, because the ideal is not matching the reality, and your heart and soul fire wouldn't have it any other way. It is only a matter of time before the universe removes the motherfucker for you. It's only a matter of time. You don't want to do it yourself, it's only a matter of time. You want to get hit with the big fuck you stick, you might be looking at it. You might be looking straight at the universe's big fuck you stick, like you know your heart and soul should not be doing this. Waiting on a motherfucker. You know better. Looking at the universe's big fuck you stick. Yeah. So we got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is great, which means you already know that you don't want the mental prison, you don't want the anxiety, you don't want the stress, you don't want the wondering, you don't want any of that crap that comes along with having to initiate all the time. Or are they talking to somebody else? Are they doing this? Or are they not interested in me? Is it because I'm not enough of this or enough of that? You don't want to think like that. You don't want to feel like that. You don't want to deal with that. So you got to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing. Because we got the Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Moon card. And so I think that you might have completely disillusioned yourself, like typical empath, narcissist kind of dynamic where, you know, you're under this illusion, this guise that it's this Four of Wands, beautiful, stable, happy someday, and it's just this. It's just this. So I think you want joy and stability. I think the illusion's in the way of it. I think this illusion, whoever this is, like, the spell be broken. They have you under some spell from lifetimes ago and lifetimes ago. Let that spell be broken. Let that spell be broken. Because I'm also kind of getting that energy. It's almost like you were mystified. Mystified by the devil. Two of Cups is on the bottom. Universe is on the top. You know that this cycle has to end and you got a real soulmate waiting for you, whatever it is. You know that's because this is the bottom of the deck. You know someone is out there who's for you, who is meant to be whoever you want this devil energy to be. They're not going to become who you want them to be. Who you want to be is out there somewhere else. Okay? I don't know who that motherfucker is, right? Whether it's someone getting over on you romantically or even in business or family, right? But you're dealing with a motherfucker. Fucking, I don't even think you realize how big an asshole this person is in their subconscious, right? I don't even think you see them clear. Is it equal? Is it balanced? Are they putting in as much as you are? If you're initiating, they're not. They're not. Let's make that clear, right? Let's make it real clear. Take a step back. It's okay if you care about them. Do not overextend yourself and continue to give when you're not receiving. They're not fucking calling you and texting you and asking you how your fucking day is. And you're always the one doing it. Fuck. They don't fucking care how your day is then. And they haven't cared all week, 4 weeks. They don't care. So trust. People will put an effort where they want to put their effort in. Just like you put your effort into them and your dynamic with them and what you want to build with them, whoever they are. But if they're not doing it with you, it's because they have other plans, other things going on that you are not a part of. Straight up. I tell you I had no filter? Oh shit. I'm sorry, I love you. I get the messages as I get them. So what is the guidance, please, Spirit, for Galaxy Guardian? Really, my love and support to anybody who resonated to that code name. And this is the message you got. Obviously you needed it. Yeah, read the energy. Can't make this shit up. And I'm talking about magic. It's Master Merlin. We got Ascended Master Merlin. Undo that black witch shit that they put on you whenever lifetime ago it was. You're dealing with some dark magic shit. Read the energy. You fucking know better. You know better. You sense better. It's all in your subconscious and you're convincing yourself otherwise. Read the energy. Read the energy. Because if your energy was not in a great place when you met them, it says everything about where they align with you. All right? Yeah, Ascended Master Merlin, Mystic Merlinite, protect your fucking energy. Mystic Merlinite is a great, not just like a crown chakra, divine channel opening to where you can receive clear messages from your higher self. It is extremely protective. I have a Mystic Merlinite. It's extremely protective. Ding, did you just hear my phone ding? I'm telling you, protect your energy. You are dealing with the devil. You're dealing with the devil. Straight up. Straight up. I hope you hear this and you free yourself, return to your angels that love you in this life, because that is some real shit. That's some real shit. No lie. All right. Getting into Aurora Borealis, 43 minutes, 38 seconds. Here we go. Aurora Borealis. Secret code name Aurora Borealis. Spirit. What is going on in the subconscious that insists on manifesting itself, right? What is going on in the subconscious so that we can address it and bring it to the conscious, right? So we can address it and bring it to the conscious. What is going on? Secret code name Aurora Borealis, and those who would be drawn to it and resonate to it, what message do they need to receive at this divine time about what they are manifesting? What's going on in the subconscious? Okay. could be dealing with a Gemini or someone with strong Gemini energy in their chart. So I got the Lover's card and the Ten of Swords. Wheel of Fortune reversed, Two of Cups reversed, Three of Wands reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. All right. One. I'm getting two messages with this, go figure, because the Lover's card, Gemini, is dual energy. I think you've chosen to protect yourself from people that betray you. Okay, because the Lover's card was originally the choice. Eagles are also Archangel Michael, right? I feel like you've been protecting yourself from people who would sabotage you, hurt you, betray you, not consider you, care about you. I think you've chosen not to betray yourself. I think you've chosen to create a reality where you feel safe and protected. This is what's going on in the mind. However, you know it came with a cost. You know your self-protection came with a cost. Yes, you're safe. Yes, you're not being backstabbed, betrayed, hurt. But you also know that that closed the Wheel of Fortune's door. It keeps things from coming in that are blessings for you, including soulmates, sacred soulmates. It keeps you stuck with the Three of Wands in the reverse, unable to open the portal, right? Again, opening the door, unable to see the light, the opportunity, the window, because you don't actually see a future, right? You don't actually see how you could have that dream. You don't see how you could possibly have that dream. So you've shut it off completely. The fact of the matter is, it's come up in your reading. And so Spirit's asking you to be aware of that. The same Archangel Michael that is protecting you is bringing you this message. You know what I mean? So you've had your guard up for a really long time, and I think a part of you might want to choose to let your guard down, and you're just really afraid to sabotage yourself. Like if you might actually really like someone, or your energy just really jives with them. Like it doesn't have to be hugely romanticized, but you could have a confidant and companion that's a soulmate, you know what I mean? But I feel like with this energy, subconsciously, I'm hearing like no, 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 no. Like that's what I'm I'm hearing it from your energy. You have definitely put yourself in a position where you're uber protected mentally from hurt and pain. But you know it costs you some beautiful experiences. It's cost you. And you wonder that. I think you wonder if you had just opened up, or, you know, if you had moved away, you know, if you had done something different, you know, if definitely get this feeling like you shut a door on yourself, because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy too. It's blessings and crazy luck. I think you shut the door on a lot of things, which is fine. You know, the higher perspective is, well, if I don't put myself out there and I don't let myself get involved, then I never get hurt. And that's the truth. That is the higher perspective. That's the highest perspective. It's the truth. You will never get hurt that way. Not from others. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt yourself. Because the Ten of Swords is definitely self-betrayal. Self-sabotage. And I think a part of you might really, honest to God, in your mind, right, that you don't express out loud. You might have a really hard exterior where you don't let people see that side of yourself that had completely given up. You know what I mean? Completely given up on love and doesn't want to shift, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to move. Very fixed energy. Very stubborn energy. Anything else? Spirit. For Aurora Borealis. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. I think this is your spirit telling you to let go of the mental prison, right? Let go of the mental prison. Wondering if you made the right choice or not. Because if this is the issue you're having in your subconscious, that you don't regret where you are because you've been safe, and you wonder if you missed out on something you coulda, shoulda, woulda had, I think Spirit's telling you to let that go. Just let it go. It doesn't even fucking matter anymore. If you missed out or didn't miss out, it doesn't matter. You're safe, you're happy. You know what I mean? So whatever this is going on in the subconscious, I think that might be creating I think that might be actually what's creating, like if you're dealing with physical stuff, like with the body, wondering if you made the right choice or not to protect yourself, and yet staying firm in your self-protection. If you were firm in your self-protection because it was the best choice for you to make, that you've made it every single time without fail, and you have no actual complaints, it's just a what if, then you need to let yourself know you made the right choices. You know what I mean? You need to let yourself be real clear that you have made that right choice over and over and over and over with no regrets. With no regrets. Don't let that little 1% in your mind whisper, well, what if though? What if it's just because you're afraid? What if it's just because you're a chicken? What if it's because you're weak? That you chose to protect yourself, you know what I mean, and close off. No, it ain't fucking weak. You know how hard it is to stick to your fucking guns in this life? You know how hard it is? Seriously. Alright. What is the guidance spirit? Yeah, I think as soon as you let that idea go of what if, you didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. Spirit wouldn't have let you miss it if it was worth it. Right? Likewise, if somebody shows up tomorrow and he's the best person ever, you know what I mean? Like, are you going to continue making the same solid choice? Or are you going to say, well, you know what, maybe this is Spirit opening that door. Maybe I could finally let the walls down, let the protection down, right? Get out of my mind that I missed something because it's here and I'm not going to miss it. And so by the time it's all said and done, I got to protect myself and I got to experience what I thought I missed, right? You never know. So just be open. Just be open. Be open to everything. Be open to everything. Spirit will say, admit that you know fucking nothing and be open to everything. And that's beginner's mind. Admit that maybe you don't know everything, but that no choice you have ever made was wrong for your healing, right? No choice you've ever made is wrong for your healing. Well, that's too many. What card above all other cards, please, Spirit? For secret code name, Aurora Borealis. You know, if you think about the Aurora Borealis, too, and the way it looks from outer space, it looks like a rainbow light crown around the earth. I think a part of you understands that authenticity is just that. Divinely authentic and perfect for you. And so don't second guess or doubt the choices you've made. None of them. They're all perfect for your healing. The healing of your soul on a high level. You've been divinely protected within yourself for a reason. All right. Goddess 𝐬𝐡 and cat's eye, sacred pleasure. This is sacral chakra healing. All right, it's reminding me of this card. So, you know, dealing with possibly mother wounds, whether it's your mother, being a mother, or other mothers that are in your environment, okay? Sacral chakra healing. This is card number 44, Goddess 𝐬𝐡 and cat's eye. Sacred pleasure is allowing yourself to enjoy the moment fully. If you've enjoyed every moment protecting yourself fully, amen. And if you're going to enjoy every moment while you let your guard down and you're just going to enjoy it while it's down, do it. Enjoy it. Right? No regrets. Sacred pleasure. You want to go out and you want to eat your favorite food, but you know it's like 2,000 fucking calories, and you're like, yeah, but whatever. It's once in a while. It's my favorite fucking mood. I'm going to go. It's my favorite food. I'm going to go enjoy it. I'm going to go enjoy it. Why not? I only get this lifetime once, right? You only get this lifetime once. You might reincarnate in 100 years and your favorite meal ain't here no more. You know what I mean? Your favorite place closed down. Like, enjoy it. Give that experience to your soul while you have it. Allow yourself to create joy, because the sacral chakra is too all about creation. Creation, soul fire energy. Feeling grateful for the experience, right? You might definitely want to look up Goddess 𝐬𝐡. Okay. And if you have a cat's eye crystal, that'll help you there. Cat's eye or even tiger's eye is fine, right? Tiger's eye is fine. It's a great substitute for cat's eye. They're practically one and the same. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps, especially, you know, watching this back. I think you're going to understand that maybe in hindsight, a lot of what you were blocking wasn't you blocking it out, but releasing it from your energy and your aura, right? So perspective is everything. You weren't blocking out an experience per se, you were protecting your energy from it. You might have been dealing with some, you know, sacred stuff that you just intuitively knew better than to get involved, right? You just intuitively knew better. So, yeah, I hope that brings some confirmation for you and keeps you very, very open moving forward. Very, very open. Always authentic, right? Always authentic, but very open. All right. So getting into secret code name Willow Tree. 5757A. 5757. Willow Tree. Okay. Willows are one of my favorite trees. I guess technically they are my favorite tree, because technically wisteria is a vine that can be trained to look like a tree. Wisteria is my favorite. But willows are my favorite legit tree. Alright. Willows. Willow tree. Here we go. Spirit, please. You might be, because Pocahontas has been popping up in my reality at random times for certain people on the journey. The fact that you got Willow Tree as a code name and Grandmother Willow is in there, it's just one of those things. If you have Pocahontas available to you, you might just really enjoy it, and you might receive a message from the movie, you know, that pings you or something in some way. So something that you might need in there, right? Like a little golden nugget of epiphany or aha for you. All right. So Spirit, please. What is going on in the subconscious that's manifesting? That's manifesting for secret code name Willow Tree, and those that would resonate to it, be drawn to it. What's going on? What is going on? One more shuffle. All right. Here we go. Spirit, please. What is going on with Willow Tree? What's going on in the subconscious that is manifesting, that you need to be aware of? Movement of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. Two more cards. I feel like you're getting out of Dodge. I feel like something is like itching to be talked about. That's too many. Although the Four of Swords was on the top of that chunk. I think you've about had your fill of something. Spirit of Pentacles in the reverse, Spirit of Swords in the reverse. Okay, listen, we got the Eight of Wands on the bottom. Spirits trying to get you to listen to yourself, trying to get you to understand your intuitive nudges, right? Discerning. Trying to get you to listen, because 99% is not 100. Naked Heart's on top. It's special to this deck. 99% is not 100, and Spirit's like, yo, can we accept that 99% is not 100? It's close, but it's not. What's underneath that? The Ten of Cups. You want to be happy. Four of Wands is under that. Yeah. A lot of good cards under that. Spirit's trying to tell you. Spirit's trying to tell you. If you want emotional fulfillment, it wants to give it to you. If you want joy and stability, it wants to give it to you. If you want the resurrection of your most beautiful self, it wants to give it to you. If you want a new perspective, it wants to give it to you. If you want a happy, healthy 10 of coins home, you want to feel like independent and being able to do what you want and feeling really secure in yourself, you can. You just have to be able to focus on it and see it. Right? 99% is not 100. It either is 100. Oh, where'd that card come from? Look what was on the top of the deck underneath the Naked Heart. I didn't realize I put the top of the deck down. And I pulled it off thinking it was the Naked Heart, and it's the Heartbreak card. 99% is not 100. It's going to leave you fucking heartbroken. You'll never get to the 100% if you're waiting on 99 to turn into 100. So listen. Wow. Yeah, it's only a matter of time under there. Heartbreak's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. That 1%, when we're not at 100% alignment with our fucking self-love and our intuition, what the fuck we know that we're creating, if we don't trust ourselves or who we're with or who we're dealing with, shit goes sideways. Shit goes sideways. We have the movement of wands with the knight, with the movement of swords. So two knights, the fastest communicators in the deck. I think you need to speak. I think you're itching to speak up. Itching. And or spirit's yelling at you. And or spirit is yelling at you. Why do you keep dealing with this 99? Why do you keep dealing with 99? Why do you keep trying to make a 99 a 100? What are you going to do? You're going to break the number and turn the 9s into zeros? Well, all you have left is 2 zeros. You don't have enough to make the 100. You're missing one. You're missing one. 99% is not 100. And if it's internal, if you are not at 100% with yourself, because your shadow will tell you that you're disappointed. Your shadow will tell you, right? The shadow ego and the sun, this dark sun, your shadow ego might be yelling at you that you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And then it's going to leave you feeling cold and bitter and upset, like you don't ever want to give again. Because when we have 99% and it's not 100, we give everything we fucking have to get it at 100. We give our all. We try and be the one that's missing from the 99% to make it 100. The fact of the matter is, you shouldn't need to fill in and be 1%. You should be the 100. And we got the Chariot with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and I did put it back in the deck upright. And it flipped out again in the reverse. So the Divine, I feel like the Divine is working on miracles to move you away from this self-sabotaging energy. If a part of you can't take the hurt, if a part of you can't take the disappointment, if a part of you needs to talk, then you need to talk. If a part of you needs to talk, then you need to talk. If you're afraid of getting ugly because you're heartbroken, like seriously, just move yourself away from that energy. The Chariot with the Ten of Swords reverse is releasing, it's divine miracles coming in to keep you from sabotaging yourself. We get the Eight of Cups in the upright with the King of Coin and the King of Swords in the reverse, clarifying it. Because you have to walk away from people that are unstable or like physically, financially, stability-wise unstable, and mentally unstable. Mentally unstable. And if this is your own energy, right, that you need to be able to move away from trying to see things from such a high perspective that you're blind. Trying to see things from such a high perspective that you're blind. Moving away from your own instability within, right, in your own reality. If you want to champion these king energies, it's like I feel as if there's a missing effort. There's some kind of missing effort on your own part for yourself. What's going on in the subconscious, I think a part of you might want to be sharp, a part of you might want to snap. And you're rippling, right? Your energy is rippling. Do not allow your pain to get the best of you and ripple pain. Don't ripple more pain. Let the pain stop with you. Heal it within. It ain't worth it. Putting the pain out into the conscious collective and somebody else that you can't control, once it's there, once that seed of pain's been planted, you can't take that back. Don't let your pain ripple out there. If you need to walk away, you walk away. You need to go find a higher perspective, you go find a higher perspective. If you need to come back down and ground yourself, you come back down and ground yourself, because this is like getting super controlling, almost manipulative, right? Almost like a threat, like I would leave you and take all of this with me. You know what I mean? Like I'll take my great stability and I'll take my great perspective and I'm gonna leave. But this is the conscious conversation, this is the subconscious conversation you're having inside your head. If if that is the conversation you're having inside your head, then this is the divine intervention. This right now. This is spirit saying, hey, don't fucking sabotage yourself. This is spirit saying, hey, you're in your fucking shadow and you're creating disappointment in your subconscious. You're creating despair and disappointment. If you feel this urgent need, this dire need to be sharp and communicate, listen, you are in your shadow and you're manifesting from your shadow ego. Okay? There's our ego that is light and beautiful and creates, and it defines who we are and what we're doing here and our authentic purpose. And then there's the shadow ego, which is fucking bullshit, and it destroys everything that you're trying to create. It destroys everything. There is certain things in the subconscious mind that if we go there, it's like a black hole and it sucks our whole reality away. Okay? There are certain things inside the egoic mind that when you feed into it, it's like a black hole, and it will suck all of your reality in and destroy it. It will destroy it. So unless you are prepared to let your entire reality vaporize, do not buy in to your demons. Do not buy in to your demons. I feel like your demons might be having a field day with you inside the mind, and you might not be talking about it. You got to get control of yourself. If you need to walk away from a situation, you need to walk away. You don't need to blow up to do it. You can do it very kind, calm, collected, and at peace with yourself. Like, listen, this is just not what I want anymore. And do whatever you need to do that. And if you're in a situation where you can't be calm and speak that you want to leave, then you need to figure out a way to just remove yourself. It's nobody else's business if you're done with a situation, environment, person, place, whatever. Okay? Nobody's business. You don't have to fly off the fucking handle. You don't have to be upset. You don't have to be, crying or disappointed. It didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work. If it didn't work out, it's because you were reckless in the way you wanted to say something. I think your mind is telling you to be sharp and argumentative and angry. And you might have every right to be angry and sharp, but that doesn't mean that that's your light. It's still your fucking shadow about being heartbroken, because we only get pissed off at the things that we cared about that didn't work out. Right? We always only ever get pissed and upset at the things we wanted more than anything that didn't work out. Tune into your intuition. Tune into your intuition. 99% is not 100. And you can't manifest 100% of your best life if you are only 99% of yourself and you're missing the one thing that's fucking important, and that's your light. That's telling your shadow ego to go fuck off and stop dimming your shine. You don't have to go there. Ripple love. Plant seeds of love, not pain. Period. That's not who you are, right? Pain is not who you are. A pain planter, that's not who you are. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't tell yourself there's a better way to do it, communicate it, go about it, whatever. Popping off is not the way. Being emotionally reactive and being super upset is not the way. The universe will pull you out of that situation so fucking fast. It's almost like a tower. It'll pull you right the fuck out and say, you can't do this. You can't ripple like that. Absolutely not. Your reality, you know what I mean? You cannot do that. And you will learn that lesson the hard way. Okay? So don't go there. Don't go there. I feel like my camera has been slowly sliding down. There we go. I realize it's like so low in front of me. I'm like, what is going on? It's like, oh, I feel like I have to like shrink to, to like fit in the screen. All right. Let's rise up, right? We're in a really low place. Let's rise up. Let's rise. Let's rise. Let's raise our vibration. Get out of the shadow ego that would just have you completely trash your reality, right? Not worth it. not worth it. All right. So what's the guidance? Spirit, please. This is for secret code name Willow Tree, right? And those who resonated to it. So Spirit, what is the guidance? Here we go. Oh, sacred pleasure. It came right back out. You got to learn to love your life again. You got to learn how to create better, right? Sacral chakra. Creation energy. Creating joy, not feeling guilty or putting guilt trips on other people. You know what I mean? Because you've invested so much trying to get that 99%, 100, and it's not there, and so now you're bitter. You need to cut that shit out. It's not their fucking fault you're bitter. It's not their fault you invested so much to get them up to 100%. When a part of you, the whole time, Spirit was like, yo, what are you doing? The anger or disappointment or sadness you would project at somebody else and blame somebody else for, which is another aspect of the sacral chakra in its shadow, blame. You would blame somebody else. You need to look in a mirror. You know? Your reality didn't create itself. It was created from your subconscious. It made the conscious choice to stick around these energies. You have to get back to enjoying life, not trying so hard to make something that's not 100, 100. It's either 100 or it's not. It's either in alignment and it works with you and it's great, or it drives you fucking crazy. And you gotta learn to go love life again. Alright, so get in touch with Goddess Bastet. If you have a cat's eye crystal, that would be awesome. Tiger's eye works too. Card number 44. Please, please understand you're being angelically guided and supported. Right, card number 44, you are being angelically guided and supported. Rare success, and we saw all of the beautiful stuff underneath, right? When you listen to your spirit about getting the fuck out of Dodge from whatever that energy is, that you completely detach and say, fuck that energy, it's not in my consciousness and my reality anymore. I'm removing it from my reality. It does not exist in my world. You get rare success. So, I hope that helps. You have permission to be happy. You don't need to blow up or be upset or reactive to do that. Yeah. Wow. Original self. Go back to your oneness. Go back to your original self. Your light body shines so bright. The shadow self, the shadow ego starts to fade away. It's also damberite crystal. Very powerful stone. Protect your crown chakra, your light being, from your shadow. Don't allow your darkness to interfere with your rare success. It fell back out. So, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Moving forward. Secret code name Lucky Green. We're gonna start. What is that? 1 hour, 18 minutes, 28 seconds. Alright. Lucky Green. Secret code name Lucky Green. And those who are drawn to it or resonate to it. Spirit, what is in their highest good to hear right now about what is going on in the subconscious and what they're manifesting from there. What is going on in the subconscious that's manifesting right into the conscious reality? What is going on in the headspace, in the mind, in the subconscious feelings that are not being discussed, that are manifesting? What is going on? This is secret code name Lucky Green. Secret code name Lucky Green. What is going on? Spirit, please. The Lucky Green. Do you want to be single? Do you wish wish you were single? So we got the Knight of Swords with the Nine of Coin. Wishing you were free? Maybe someone's not appreciating the beauty of your freedom and the fact that you are independent. Maybe you don't see the beauty in it. Maybe you feel as if someone's hunting you. I'm also getting that energy. Because this Knight of Swords, you can see all of those swords and daggers are aimed right at the flamingo. And the flamingo is just beautiful and bright and authentic. And she's just standing there in her independence. And then it's almost like... It's almost like this jaguar is looking away from you. Like I'm getting this as like two different people. So whatever's going on in your subconscious, right? Take it how it resonates. Follow along, okay? Everything is aimed like arrows at this flamingo, and the flamingo's looking down. Like, what are you firing at me for? And the jaguar's like, I'm not firing. Looking over here, I'm not firing. What are you talking about? But the sword's like, you know what I mean? Maybe you feel like someone's gonna stab you in the back, or they're just being super fucking fake. It's almost like they're hurting you, or they're about to hurt you, or they could hurt you. Their words hurt you, and you're like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, you're taking what I said the wrong way. No, I'm pretty sure I fucking heard you right. You know what I mean? I feel like someone's playing dumb, but they're also a little vindictive. Okay, you might be dealing with someone with strong air energy in their chart. What else is going on, Spirit? What's going on in the subconscious? You might think someone's playing games with you. You feel like someone's playing fucking games. Gemini energy. It could be Gemini energy. They can have strong Gemini in their chart. Chariot. Not there. What else? What else? For lucky green. Let's see, could be lucky green. What is going on, Spirit? The subconscious manifestations. Yeah, I feel like someone needs to apologize, and they're not doing it, which is what's heartbreaking. Or if this is about you communicating, you wanting to be single, wanting to be independent, wanting to just be on your own for a while, know it's divine. With the Chariot card, it is the divine intervening in a situation because this person might hurt you, right? The energy's not in alignment. If you're feeling like you need to be single and communicate that you want to be single, it's because Spirit's like, yeah, because this person could hurt you, right? And you're sensing that and you know that. And you moving forward would be the divine intervening. Yeah, because whoever it is might be emotionally really immature with the Innocence of Cups, and it could hurt you, and I think you know that. With the Three of Swords, the Heart of Wands came out, which is the Queen of Wands. It's your soul fire, your soul spark, wanting justice and balance and victory with the Justice card. And yeah, victory. Did I just not say that? The Six of Wands. Your heart wants victory. I think you know you need to let someone go. Even if it hurts them, it's meant to hurt them because they're meant to learn a lesson. They can't play mind games and manipulate, because I do feel like this is super fucking manipulative. Like they're creeping in the shadows and dipping and dodging. You know what I mean? Like dipping and dodging your... what, you know what I know you know what I mean. It's like they're skating around. They're skating around the issues. That's not what I said. You're twisting my words. No, you're not twisting their words. You're remembering their words right, and they're trying to make you think that their words were something else because they're getting something from you, even if it's just feeling powerful and whatever. Yeah, and we get the Two of Swords and the Ten of Cups. And I think you're conflicted because you might legitimately care about this person and have a lot of love for them, and it would be your emotional fulfillment to have them. But the truth of the matter is, it's a fucking anchor. It's an anchor. You feel like you can't move and you can't make a decision. I think you need to like let somebody know, like, as much as I care about you and I love you type thing, I'm not dealing with the bullshit anymore. Like, no. Like, they're only gonna hurt you. Playing the mind games, they're only gonna hurt you. They need to know that's not acceptable. Like, if they wanna come back in, you have to kind of make that choice, like, almost like an ultimatum, like, listen, like, I can't deal with this. Personally, I can't. Like, it's not a true ultimatum because I think you're choosing to move on anyway, regardless. This is like, if you wanna come back, right? If you actually wanna come back, because I love you, right? I have a lot of love for you. If you actually want to come back and balance the shit, right, and have victory and all this stuff and this wonderful heart space and all this stuff that I hold in my own energy field for you to receive, I need you to stop being a fucking manipulative piece of shit and be real with me. Stop playing fucking games, right? Can I talk to someone who I don't have to discern through everything they fucking say? Can I just know and trust that I'm getting the truth? Because if I don't know and trust that I'm getting the truth, I have no fucking time, right? No time for this shit. Go all or go home, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Someone's not being real with you. So if they're playing these fucking head games and you don't know if it's you that's being crazy and remembering it wrong or not, I'm telling you right now, let this be your confirmation. You're not crazy. They're a manipulative cunt. Yes, I said that word. Yes, they are. So, with that said, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for hurting this person. Don't feel bad if they give you crocodile tears. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. This person knows they're playing mind games. Or they're having other people do their dirty work for them. As far as like hurting you goes, how does that make sense, Spirit? Having other people do it, why? Why was I being to say that? Posting. Other people are posting around this person. This person's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, all of a sudden, like, let's just say hypothetical, right? Let's just say hypothetical. You're not in a relationship online, right? Hypothetical. Let's just say you are not in a relationship online. You're single online. You're single online. But maybe you're under the impression that you and this person are exclusively dating, right? It's not official. You wouldn't pester them to have a relationship status. Maybe they've made it very clear that they don't want one. But you see like a bunch of other girls like liking all their shit, commenting on all their shit, and they're like, we're just friends, or I just know them from here, or I never even talked to them. And it's like, don't fucking play with me. If we're like, are we gonna move forward or not? You know what I mean? Because if y'all were in a happy, healthy relationship kind of thing, this shouldn't be an issue. This shouldn't be an issue. I think someone's trying to make you feel like you're seeing things when you're not. All right, point blank period. I think someone's trying to make you see things, or telling you that you're seeing things, and you know, you're delusional. No, you're not. They're sneaky. They're sneaky and arrogant that they would even allow you the ability to see any of that stuff and then lie about it. What a prick. Right? What a fucking prick. So, I think if you want your emotional fulfillment, then you have to pull the anchor up and make a decision. Because if you gotta go, you gotta go. And if Mr. or whoever immature is sad that you're gone, you took your beautiful, independent, authentic self with you, well, it's their fucking problem. It's their fucking problem for playing mind games and not allowing you to feel safe and secure in the dynamic with them. Right? Because it doesn't have to be love related. It can you know, technically pertain to anybody in your experience. But I'm definitely getting this vibe of someone's making you feel like you're not seeing what you're actually seeing, but what you're actually seeing is what you're actually seeing. Right? You're seeing it for what it is. You're seeing it for face value. Yeah, it's your time to shine. Ascended Master Helios and Citrine, yo, bust the fuck out of there like a fireball. You are way too bright for that shit. Way too bright. Way too bright. Let the sun rise and set with you. You might have been the light that rose in their life, and you will be the light that just the fuck appears and sends them into the dark night. Yes, you will. Yes, you fucking will. Let them go into their dark night. Take the sunshine away. Take the sunshine away and shine somewhere else. There's a whole nother world that you can shine in while they're dealing with their dark shit. Because if you feel like this person is your emotional fulfillment, they might be down the road. They sure as shit ain't now. They got some fucking work to do. They're immature as all hell. Mentally manipulative, emotionally immature. Like, they have no fucking clue what an actual, real, adult relationship is. I feel like they are backwards. They're not even facing the rest of the reading. Really? This is card number 33. It's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to grow. Time for you to grow. Time for you to really, you might want to watch, just because I'm seeing the threes, right? We got 33 here, and then it's crystal number 333 down here. There was a reading I did, Galaxy Guardian. I don't remember the actual message, forgive me, because when I channel the messages, I just, as soon as I move on, I don't hold on to them. I rewatch them to, you know what I mean, to remember what they were. But you might want to watch Galaxy Guardian, right? Only because I'm being pinged to the numbers, right? 3333 was the timestamp on that reading, and this is card number 33 in Crystal Master 333. So, yeah, you might want to definitely watch that reading. There's probably something in there for you in addition to this, right? Whatever it is. So, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Alright, so here we go. Moving forward, the next one is secret code named Clouds. Secret code named Clouds. Now, when I got the code name, when I received it, right, the visualization that I get, when I ask my guides and my guardians, you know, what's the secret code name for this person, the way it was presented, it was these beautiful, almost like pastel corally color clouds where like the sun hits it just right and you can almost see like a rainbow sheen across the clouds. They were gorgeous. So just know if the sky is speaking beautiful art to you, it's just a reminder that the messages you're getting are beautiful, right? Like messages in the clouds. I think that the messages you're getting are beautiful. It was a great code name. So here we go. Spirit, please. What is going on in the subconscious manifesting with secret code name clouds. What is going on with the secret code name clouds in the subconscious? What's going on? Okay, here we go. Spirit, what's going on in the subconscious for clouds and those who would resonate to this message? So Spirit's paying me to the numerology. We have a 2 of Wands in the reverse, with a 10 of Pentacles breaking down to a 1, a 10 of Wands breaking down to a 1, and then a 0 with the Fool and the movement of Pentacles that is no number, right? Nothing. And I'm taking this 2 ways, so you're probably going back and forth with it in your own mind and energy and spirit, okay? The 2 of Wands in the reverse, I think you let a vision go, right? I think you let a vision go. I think you decided not to walk that path, right? You decided not to walk that path. And you're focusing more on, you know, what's going on at home. I'm hearing sticking to routines, right? An elephant never forgets. It's like old reliable, right? Old reliable. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which is a burden. And then we have the Fool, which is the beginner's mind. And anytime I see this black crescent moon, it reminds me of Lilith in this deck, which is the abandonment of the self. Oh, wow. Even this unicorn? Wow, I never realized that. If you look at this card, it looks, you know, the unicorn is here, but as you look at the body, it almost looks like it morphs into a snake. And then we get the stuck energy, right? Slowed, no progress. I think what you're wondering in your subconscious is if you slip back into your old ways. Like maybe you were at the level of 2, which is inner balance, looking at the path, looking at the dream, being committed, right, to a focus, committing to a path. I think you dropped your commitment to the path and it started to digress. It's almost like you started to fall backwards. And it went from being super happy and super perfect, like you gave up on this dream, you know, gave up on this path, whatever it was, this vision, you gave up on that, and something is great and perfect in the reality, and then it's a spiritual burden. Great in the reality, spiritual burden inside the self. And I think you're realizing that if you don't feel good, it's because you weren't listening to yourself. You abandoned yourself when you abandoned whatever this path was. And you're going to end up feeling stuck. You're going to end up feeling stuck. Virgo energy on the card. It is the only card with an actual zodiac sign on it, so you could definitely be dealing with a Virgo or your own Virgoian energy. And it's like, requires a lot of steps, a lot. almost like you're carrying the beginning on your back again. Right? This Knight of Coin, the buffalo with the coin on his back, it's like you're carrying the Ace of Coin again. You know, you're carrying the beginning again. And it's slow. And it's slow because it's new. It's brand new with the Fool. And so it might have started like really super bang, right? 10 of Coins, perfect, super fucking perfect. And then realizing it is not perfect. It is not as fast as you thought it would be. It's not as radically different as you thought it would be. And it's super slow. Super slow. Bottom of the deck is the Spirit of Cups. Top of the deck is the Sun. I think with the Spirit of Cups underneath and this being on the top, because whenever I'm pinged to this deck and the Sun comes out, because the Sun's a great card in tarot traditionally. It is. It's a beautiful, happy card. Like, here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I said, it's all right. But not in this deck. This deck has a beetle on it. It is a pest. It's got this black sun, which is the shadow self that destroys the dream. So whatever path you took, thank you, whatever path you took when you left behind the vision, I don't like to be the one to say it, but I think you picked a path out of your shadow. You know what I mean? I think you picked a path out of your shadow. I think it pinged on your Lilith energy, and I think you're fucking, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Maybe you're dealing with someone who was super fucking open at the beginning, that's why it seems so perfect, and then they're closing off emotionally. Or you're doing that and you're closing off emotionally because you don't know if you made the right choice. Leaving behind a vision. Not committing to that vision to see it through. Because that's how we align with things. Okay, I'm gonna grab a cigarette real quick. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent. I'm gonna go on a rant. How do you become the CEO of a company? If you gotta start from the bottom, right? How do you become the CEO if you gotta start from the bottom? You need patience. You gotta commit. You got to commit to the dream that you are going to be CEO. If you see that you are CEO of the company, you cannot give up and walk away. You have to commit. It takes time. It doesn't show up overnight. No different with people and healing. The process is slow sometimes. You might be dealing with impatience. Right? Which is why you are getting nailed with this slow, stuck energy, feeling like you've got to carry a new beginning all the time, start over all the time. It's too spiritually heavy and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's old faithful, same old shit, same old stuff. And I think that if you really want something, you have to commit. And take the time to commit. No matter what it looks like. Because you can't get pissed off one day when the CEO hands the reins over to somebody else and it wasn't you because you're still working up the ladder, and now you're like, oh God, you know, I was hoping that they would stick around in this as a CEO for a few more years because then I would have been ready, but I'm not ready now, and they gave it to somebody else. I might have to wait 20 more years for the CEO position. But if you want it, you gotta work for it. If it requires 20 fucking years and you want it, god damn it, you put in 20 fucking years, you'll get the CEO position because you never quit. You never gave up. You never decided to let that path go. You wanted it. You wanted it. not being able to truly commit and see something through no matter what. It's like having a bad day and being like, you know what, then I just don't care as much anymore. I can't care as much anymore, blah, blah, blah. Well, they snapped at me or said some shit to me, or something they said rubbed me the wrong way, or something they did or didn't do. You know what I mean? And it rubs you wrong. You're like, I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I want to do this, or this reminds me of that, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like putting a distaste in your mouth. But the fact of the matter is, if it's what you fucking want, it's called adult. Like legit adult, and work on it. We're not talking about petty childish shit that adults do. We're talking about legit, real adulting, where you know that other people have their own things that they have to do in a step-by-step manner, right, Virgo manner. They have a thing that they need to do in their own spiritual journey with their own spiritual burdens, and you can't rush them. You can't rush somebody else's healing. Ever. And they could look ready, appear ready one day, and not be ready the next, but you gotta know, like you know that this is where you're staying and this is what you're sticking to. Because if you keep flip-flopping, your life's gonna flip-flop. You're gonna constantly be letting go of a vision in hopes for something more beautiful and stable, like the grass is greener on the other side, and it's just like, oh shit, we're dealing with that again. Burden, stuckness, heaviness, wanting to break free, abandoning the self. I think your biggest issue is maybe seeing things in too black and white. I think you're seeing things in black and white, and you're not looking at all the different shades of gray in between that you could be admiring. That's rough. That's rough. Listen. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. All right. Put my cigarette down. Guidance. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. But be very aware of yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, but be very aware of yourself. How often have you changed directions once you picked a path? How often have you changed directions? Yeah, this is purification. 𝐸𝐴𝐿 and black tourmaline. I think you need to protect yourself from yourself, Scorp. Scorp. Scorpio. Self-sabotaging energies. Be aware, because that's what's on the bottom. Scorpio. With the Spirit of Cups, holding yourself back emotionally from truly investing. From 100% investing. 99% is not 100. You've got to feel that ping like it's great. It's perfect, everything is great. And not get impatient. Not get impatient and sting yourself. Okay? Don't sting yourself. Don't take the dark path, right? Don't take the dark path. I think you need to learn how to commit. I think you need to learn how to commit. Protect your crown chakra. Protect your energy. Trust and feel safe in the foundation of who you are. That who you are is good enough to get you to the end. the end of whatever vision or path you choose to commit to. Trust that yourself is good enough and plenty to get to the end. Because every time you leave, it's almost like there's a fear of not being good enough for that person to make progress for. And maybe there's a part of, your past that hurt you in that way, and that's why. Maybe you committed to something once and tried to follow it all the way through, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't right, and that's okay. But if something is not giving you red flags from the gate, and you're trying to almost rush it, that's why you're getting stopped. That's why you're getting stalled. That's why things are slowing down. That's why you want to take this leap of faith and then back out. It's like you can't back out mid-flight. You know what I mean? You already took the leap. You already took the leap into your shadow. Really. You can't undo those leaps. Like once you jump off the cliff, you know what I mean? Full energy. Once you jump off the cliff and you're airborne, you can't change your mind and say, oh, I wish I didn't jump. Like you already jumped. You already took that action or took that step or whatever it was. You took that step that went over the edge and left a path behind, and you need to understand and learn what it is that is beautiful. Right, that is beautiful and worth it. Don't let yourself go into the dark night, because you know what? Those clouds that I saw, those beautiful clouds, they always come at sunset. Those are the ones you catch at sunset before the night. Think about that. You might have took a leap of faith from a place of impatience and shadow, and now you can't undo it, which means you're backtracking right to 1, 0, nothing. 2, 1, 0, nothing. Stuck. So I hope that helps for secret code name Clouds if you caught this message. Yeah. Don't go into the shadow of your sun sign. Okay? Don't go into the shadow of your sun sign. Become more self-aware. All right? Become more self-aware. All right. Moving forward. Clouds, by the way, I did not write down your timestamp, so I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to go back and figure it out. So, moving forward to secret code name Iolite. We are at the 1 hour. 113 minutes and 5 seconds. All right, so let's see. Spirit, please. What is going on with secret code name Iolite and those who would resonate to and be drawn to this particular code name in this message? What is going on? Secret code name Iolite. What's going on in the subconscious that's manifesting? Again, look up the properties to that stone and make sure that you're in that alignment, because if that's your secret code name, that's a key. That's a key. What's going on with Iolite? random, so we're going to story tell. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. So you want emotional fulfillment, right? You want to feel that bliss state of emotional fulfillment, and we have the Ten of Swords on top, but you are in complete sabotaging energy, right? In your own consciousness and your own reality is not what you want it to be. The reality, it's almost like I'm getting this feeling of feeling betrayed by life, right? Feeling betrayed by life, feeling really down and upset, like nothing's working out for you. We start the reading with the movement of swords in the reverse, which is the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Five of Swords. So we have this no communication, that mentally it's driving you to very primal places where if you're not communicating your truth to yourself, I think you're drawing in sharks, right? People that would prey off of your energy. Vampiric energies, people that would prey on your light. Where there's things being communicated that someone else is taking as an attack. Like you're the shark or would hurt them. There's a major disconnect, okay, mentally, because this is swords. These are both swords. And we had that Ten of Swords on top, so a lot of mental stress. And I'm feeling as if being in that vibration, that sabotaging mental state is like literally making you a target for sharks, right? Metaphoric people that are like sharks. It's almost like they've smelled blood, you know what I mean? They've smelled your wounding, you know what I mean? They smell your wounding, they smell the mental instability, and they're just ready to feed on it, you know? We also have the Two of Wands with the Temperance and the Movement of Wands, which means when you commit to a path and a vision for yourself, and you bring that balance of your own masculine and feminine energy in, when you bring in that balance to your emotional state and your spiritual state, your heart space and your mental space, when you bring in that balance, I think you free yourself of the sharks and you create a better ripple. Because right now, I think the only thing you're manifesting is people that would hurt you because of how hurt you are in your own mind. You're manifesting more pain with these sharks, whoever they are, that would feed off of your light and drive you into further like mental oblivion. So then I got this huge stack, right, and it flew out in the reverse, so we're just gonna read it. Got the Nine of Wands, these are all reversed, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, and the Justice card. I don't think this is a time for you to drop your guard. I think mentally you know you should not be dropping your guard to new people, that you can't go into that mindset knowing that it's not a time for you to retreat, right? It's not a time for you to recoil into pain. Right? It's about releasing this energy, releasing these Three of Swords, releasing this pain in the mind, right? More swords, releasing this pain in the mind when it comes to wondering about whether or not you'll ever be with someone who loves you for who you are, who loves you for you just being yourself. I think you need to release the confusion surrounding bad luck and feeling as if you're constantly working in your head. Because when you're constantly working in your head and you're not just fucking loving yourself, nothing can actually balance. You need to release the confusion about yourself and your worth. I think mentally you're your own worst enemy. I think you are really, really super hypercritical of yourself. Super hypercritical of yourself. And you need to protect your vision, right? You need to get back in touch with your ability to see not just your own energy, but the energy of other people. Because I literally feel like the energy you're in, you're surrounding yourself with sharks. Surrounding yourself with people that would use you and feed off of you. In a very primal, I don't give a fuck, emotionless machine kind of way. That they would seriously hurt you or argue with you. I think you're having arguments in your mind. I think you're having your own arguments in your mind. They're literally showing me like a hurricane. But it's spinning with water and smoke. The way that I'm getting the visual, it's like a hurricane spinning and it's water and smoke. There's this smoke around it. It's like this illusion, this emotional upheaval, right? This water, this emotional upheaval that's up in the sky, up in the air, up in the mind, and it's just completely filled with fog. I think you need to really work on letting go of victim mentality, that you're a victim of circumstance, a victim of life, that something is always not working out in your favor. You know, I think that, yeah, you need to get in alignment. Now, as the guidance card, we got Goddess Durga. I would definitely look her up. If you look up, there's a certain guy on YouTube, and if you remind me for secret code name Iolite, you know who you are. If you remind me, I'll look him up because I have no idea how to pronounce his actual name. But he does great mantras, healing mantras, and he does them with Goddess Durga, right? Durga chants and things like that, and I think that would really, really help. And hematite, which is a protective stone. And it's also reflective, like a mirror and a magnet, so it will reflect whatever it needs to reflect in order to keep you safe. I'll put it that way. It's almost like setting yourself up with mirror shields so that your energy is clear and the sharks can't see you, right? It reflects their own energy back to them without them seeing the beautiful energy that you're holding underneath, you know, behind the reflective, like that protective reflective barrier. And likewise being able to magnetize to you what is serving for you, what you can trust, what is solid and stable, because hematite's a root chakra stone. Spear of the Guru Mother is about the divine feminine, the High Mother, coming in with her spear to like kill it, nail it, right? Whatever it's doing, the spear comes in rapid fire and hits the target, right? So I feel like whatever this is, and there's this lightning bolt on the card in the background. I don't know if you could see it. It's this like black lightning bolt, and I think that you need to be very aware of the fact that your vibration and the ripple that you're putting out there with your mental state, right, being in disarray and confusion, all of this internal tumultuous energy, you need to protect yourself from yourself right now. You need to protect yourself from your own damn mental state. Call in Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, I call you into my being to shine light in my shadows where I cannot see, where I've refused to heal, that is manifesting in my reality, right? I need to see what's going on in my shadows so that it's not manifesting. Like I said, super hypercritical of the self, doubt in the self, sabotage of the self, feeling like a victim in general to life will manifest sharks. Okay, manifest sharks. So I hope that helps you understand your subconscious state and what it's manifesting, because when it's not healthy, when the subconscious state is not healthy, it manifests very unhealthy realities. Okay, it manifests very unhealthy realities that way. So I hope that serves you. I hope that message serves you. Moving forward. Secret code name, the Legendary Rhinoceros. We're starting at the 2 hour, 5 minute, 18-second mark. All right, now the Legendary Rhinoceros. I got pinged. This is how I got pinged and shown the code name, right? If you've ever played or seen Red Dead Redemption, the video game, there's legendary animals, right, that you can go and hunt, and they give you legendary items. They're huge, and you know, these huge white mythical animals. The Legendary Rhinoceros, it was this huge mythical animal that I saw, and it reminded me of that, the Legendary Rhinoceros. And after I had given you the code name, I googled it. I just typed in the Legendary Rhinoceros because I don't fucking know. Like, I was pinged at the code name, but I don't know why, so I'm curious because that's an interesting code name. And when I googled the Legendary Rhinoceros, get this, the Legendary Rhinoceros is called 𝐶𝐫. 𝐶𝐫 is the same word for unicorn in Persian, and they were legendary animals, legendary rhinoceros, super powerful animal spirit medicine. And it pinged me to the legend told, right? The legend told of 𝐶𝐫. The Legendary Rhinoceros is 1001 Nights. And it's the legend, it's called 1001 Nights, and it's in the sacred voyage of Sinbad the Sailor. All right, so you might be inclined to look up that mythology and read the story, because I feel like if you're drawn to it and you do it, there's going to be something in there to take away from it for you. All right, so the Legendary Rhinoceros, if you resonated to this code name, because unicorns are obviously super mythical, they're super healing, and 𝐶𝐫, it was believed that inside the horn was the antidote for everything in the world. It didn't matter what your illness or dis-ease was, the antidote was in the 𝐶𝐫's horn. And so it's like needing to fiercely protect what heals, right? Needing to fiercely protect what heals. We have King of Wands, 9 of Swords. What's going on in the subconscious, please, Spirit? What else? For secret code name, the Legendary Rhinoceros. No, thank you. Okay. What else? What else? I got the King of Wands and the 9 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you're feeling legendary. Spirit of Wands is on fucking fire. This is a master of spirit, right? A master of spirit authenticity. The 9 of Swords in the reverse. You have no doubt about your value. You have no doubt about what you create. You have no doubt about your energy, right? Subconsciously, you are not afraid or have anxiety over being in your creative light, right? Your individual, committed to self, creative light, okay? What else? You have a vision, you have an end goal with the 2 of Wands. You see something that you want. You see something that you want. What else, Spirit? I think you know you're good on your own. I think when people try and come in and take your antidote, take your healing ability for themselves, I think they get a reality check. I think they get a reality check. Your subconscious state right now is catalytic for other people. You're a catalyst because you know who you are and you're very much into your own energy. Okay, with the Nine of Swords reversed, clarified by the Four of Swords. I think you're very much in your own energy. You have really high spiritual value. If you've been thinking about either taking an online course or traveling somewhere, have been researching online about a certain path you want to take, I think that might be your focus. I don't think anybody could take you off your path. I think there's people that would try and distract you off your path, but I think you're very self-assured. Chariot's on the bottom, Hermit's on the top. Cancerian and Virgoian energy. Yeah, I feel like you're being I feel like you're divinely protected. Okay, with the Chariot being divine miracle and intervention, and the Hermit card with the turtle on it, you know, the shell is like protective. I think the truth and the higher wisdom is what's protecting you with that owl there. Whenever I see that owl on this particular card, I'm always pinged to Goddess Athena, right? Pallas Athena, to get you beyond the mountains. Right? It's almost like, why would I take the trip up the mountain with someone when I'm perfectly safe here in my shell? I'm perfectly safe here in my shell and I'm creating miracles. I think subconsciously you're extremely focused. Someone who is of a more immature mind may be a little distracting. Maybe even have you question for a minute whether or not you want to go down that path with them or not. But I think that your path is very much your own. I think anybody that would come and demand your time or energy away from what you're creating is not in alignment. I think whoever is in alignment with you is going to absolutely feed what you're creating, not trying to take your time away from it or get annoyed by it, you know, whatever the case may be. They won't make you feel as if whatever you're building with your soul fire needs to be put on the back burner, right? If they're meant to be in your life, anything that you're creating with your soul fire, they're going to be super supportive, and they're not going to ask you to take time or energy away from it. Like, if you're not naturally being guided to take your time and energy away from what you're creating for someone else, no matter who they are, they're not in alignment with you and what you're creating. Especially if it's love, because the Ace of Cups flew out when I said that. Give me some more insight, Spirit, please. What's going on? Because I think you want it. I think you might even want to make an offer. I think you might even want to make an offer. Whoever this Innocence of Swords is that you're considering, you might be tired of being alone. You might be tired of doing it all yourself. You might be tired. You know, this King of Wands energy, you know, with the Tower underneath of it, you might know you've mastered your spiritual spark, and because the King of Wands is normally not committed. He's a solo king. You might be realizing that you've manifested all that you want to manifest in your life, and you don't actually want to continue on alone. And so you're thinking about love. You're thinking about an offer. You're thinking about letting go of the anxiety about being alone. But I think there might be a worry there that you might fall off your path, right? But you have this offer, I think, that you want to make in your mind. So give me some more, Spirit, what's going on? Because, you know, like I said, Legendary Rhinoceros, you have the antidote. So whoever this is, this immature mind, it's like you want to get them up to the king level. Like you see their potential fit. You see the potential fit. Why am I feeling the resistance, Spirit? Give me some more clarity. Why am I feeling the resistance? Afraid it won't be what you think it will be in the end. Needing to be strong with the healing. Afraid of arguments, afraid that it's not deep enough. Like you want to move forward and make the offer on it, but you're afraid it's not deep enough. Because it's not just about you being healing for them, they have to be healing for you too. They have to be able to elevate you too. I think who you are, this driven energy, really, we got the Star and the Strength card. This is that mystical healing energy. So this is what's going on in your subconscious. This is what's manifesting. And I think that if you're afraid of getting deep, that it will only end up being superficial and on the surface, and it won't be the actual Ace of Cups that you want. It'll just be a very sexually driven Ace of Wands. Because I feel like you'd have to invest. I feel like you'd have to invest. And you don't know if it's worth investing in yet. Like you don't want someone to just come and get the healing that they need from you and then leave. And it was never real. You know what I mean? Like it was real for you, but realizing it was never real for them hurts. So if you're considering taking time away from what it is, this powerful creation energy that you have, because I do feel like this is your energy, and I do feel like it's on fire, and I do feel like you're a chameleon. Like you could fit in anywhere with anyone. Like you could do anything. You know what I mean? If you wanted something serious, you could definitely manifest something serious. If you wanted something fun, you could definitely manifest something fun. You know, you can manifest whatever it is you want. And I think someone's trying to get you in their life to help them manifest their dream. But is it aligned with your dream? You are aligned with their dream. You would heal them. But are they healing you? Or are they just poaching, right? Or are they just poaching you for your healing energy and then leaving you in the fucking dirt? You know what I mean? You're on the top of your game. That's always when the sharks show up. When you're at the top of your game. So if you're considering making it an offer, if you're considering making an offer of love, know that they're not going to take away from what it is that you create for yourself. And if you don't know that they will or won't, then now's not the right time to pursue that person, you know, more than what you've got going on. We got the naked heart on the bottom. Spirit's bringing you to 100% because 99% is not 100. 99% is still a poacher. That 1% will, that 1% could be a fucking reality nuke. You know what I mean? That 1% that's not in alignment could just show the fuck up one day and nuke everything and ruin it. You know what I mean? So the spirit's trying to get you to 100%. Heart of Swords is on the top. You just got to be really clear about what's important to your heart to create for yourself with whoever it is that you're dealing with. Man, woman, relationship, family, partner, and work, business, doesn't matter. Social circles, it doesn't matter. You got to be really clear from your heart space that what you're manifesting for yourself is priority, and they're either on board or they're not, because you're not going to slow your train to hop on somebody else's to see them get to their destination, and then you're all the way over there when your train was trying to take you over here. It's great you got them to where they were going, but they were going to get to where they were going on their train anyway. They didn't need you to jump off yours. Think about it. Think about it. There's a reason why 𝐤𝐞𝐫𝐿 literally used to exist and don't anymore. They were poached for their healing into non-existence. Don't let yourself get poached. Don't let yourself get poached. When you're a bright light like that, and you're creating beautiful things, and you don't have that void that you're filling because you filled it, somebody else is filling that void, and they would rather you fill it than have to go through the work that you went through to fill it. So, make sure it's not one way. What's the guidance, please? Spirit, for a secret code name, the Legendary Rhinoceros. What is the guidance? Individuality. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Angel 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐿. I don't know how to pronounce that. 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐿. And Labradorite. Labradorite is a third eye stone. It's also a stone that is connected to Archangel. I want to say 𝐷𝐞𝐸𝐿. I think that's because lapis lazuli is Archangel Michael. I think Labradorite is 𝐷𝐸𝐿, and it's about answered prayers. The Spirit hears your prayers, right? Spirit hears your prayers. It knows that you want someone on the journey with you, but it does not require you to not be who you are. You shouldn't have to change what you're doing to fit someone else in, especially because you want to help them. It's difficult. I know it's difficult because we do want to help, but I feel like they're not ready. I feel like whoever you're dealing with in your reality, whoever this offer you want to make is for, just make sure you're doing it because it's mutually beneficial in some which way, shape, or form, and not one way. That's my best advice. Like, you're an individual. You can't get sucked in and lose your identity with someone else because they need you to be a part of their identity. You know what I mean? That's codependent. You don't want to manifest that. So stay true to who you are and what you're doing. And don't put it on the back burner even a little bit. Like, whoever's meant to be in your life and stay will not be jealous of whatever your creation is because it's taking too much of your time and energy. Because whatever you're creating with all your time and energy is the reason why they want it in their life, because they don't want to put in the time and energy. I think you're dealing with someone who might come off very innocent, but totally not on your level at all. And I think they'll send you through a tizzy down the road. I think they'll send you through a tizzy down the road. It's like one of those things where, you know, you end up in a relationship with them, you start sacrificing little things, you start making little concessions, and then before you know it, you're making bigger concessions, and then before you know it, you're like, where the fuck did my life go? I was on this beautiful path, I was creating these beautiful things, how the fuck did I get here? Like waking up on the train and realizing you are not at your destination. Someone convinced you to get on their train. Don't doubt the beauty of what it is that you're doing. From a soul level, right? Whatever you invest your heart and soul in. That's where you shine. That's where your spark is. That's where you're creative, right? Okay. So I hope that helps. Moving forward, Midnight Mystic. Secret code name Midnight Mystic. 155, 25. Okay. Here we go. Secret code name Midnight Mystic. Secret code name Midnight Mystic. Spirit Peas. What is going on in the subconscious that's manifesting into the reality for secret code name Midnight Mystic and those who would be drawn to it and resonate to this secret code name? What is going on in the subconscious and what is it manifesting? What is going on? I'm getting flirt. Wanting to flirt or feeling flirty, or someone's flirting with you. Miss being flirted with. I got the Innocence of Cups here. I'm hearing flirting. Okay. Before I keep going with these cards, let's just talk about these three that I have in front of me. Because this is what it looks like. We have Baby Will, Innocence of Cups. Baby Will goes through the magical portal of self and comes out the king, right? Spirit of Cups, the king of the whales. Subconsciously, one, if you are being flirted with, I think you're wondering if it'll ever go to the next level. Like, it's fine that it's fun and it's emotionally light, right? It's emotionally lighthearted. It's not heavy or serious, but it's fun, right? It's fun. I feel like it's very flirty and you're wondering if it would ever go to the next level. Or if you're flirting, you might have someone who might want to take it to the next level with you, and you might not be sure if you can take the jump, right? Make the transition from being lighthearted emotionally into something serious. Even if you want something serious, because it is on your mind, right? The subconscious, this is what you're thinking about. I think you're wondering whether or not you or another or both can transform, if you could take the door, if you can move through the portal, right? The light. Take this vibe and run with it and let it grow, right? It's like a beautiful little sprout. You know, it's like there was already the seed and now there's this beautiful little sprout. And it's cute and you're wondering if you should water it and help it grow. You're wondering if you should water it and give it that love and help it grow into something more. What else? The moon in reverse. And it's underneath the Innocence of Cups. I think there's no illusion about it. If you have been flirting with someone, I think there's a real connection there. I don't think there's any illusion about that with the moon in reverse underneath. They're not a wolf in sheep's clothing, you know what I mean? I think that they're fun and light in their energy, and that is their true resonation, okay? Whether that's you or someone else, but I feel like you know this. If this is what's going on in your subconscious, you know this. You know that they're not maybe as immature as they might come off when they're flirty and playful. I think they're really potentially deep under there. I think they might be mirroring your own depth, and I think that you have a sensing of that. Yeah, we get the Emperor with the 3 underneath the 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups with the Spirit of underneath the Spirit of Cups. I think that you have an opportunity to jump into your own masculine energy. I feel like you have an opportunity to jump into your own masculine energy and be the creator. But I do feel like there's a passiveness required for it. Like taking the action or making, you know, calling the shot or making the decision to move it from innocent to mature. I think that might be on you to, I'm feeling like, suggest something. And then seeing where it goes. Because I think what you're afraid of subconsciously is the commitment, is the depth. With the 8 of Cups underneath the Spirit of Cups. I think a part of you is afraid to get deep. I think a part of you is a little hesitant to get more out of whatever that connection is that's on your mind. The bottom of the deck is the Sun. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. And the top of the deck is the Ace of Cups. You know you have something really beautiful, really deep, because you can see there's an octopus, you know, like the little tentacles coming out and holding the cup up. You can sense it, right? Octopus, octopi, they can see in the dark. Because they can sense things with their tentacles, you know, even if they're blind and in complete blackness, they can feel and sense. I think you're feeling and sensing that your Ace of Cups is here. I think you're feeling and sensing that your Ace of Cups, your Emperor energy, has manifested in the outer, and it's just whether or not you're going to let it get deep or not. And I think if you don't, it's because it's your own shadow. I think it's your own shadow. Don't block yourself. Don't block yourself. I think whatever the other person that I'm picking up on, anytime I talk about them or feel their energy, I feel super light. Super just great. Like they're fucking great. Like they're funny or witty, or they have a really unique sense of, like they have a unique way of making you smile on the inside kind of thing. There's something about them that's very warming to tune into their energy. Tell me more about this person, Spirit, that I'm picking up on. So I'm nosy. Tell me more. Secret code name Midnight Mystic. I feel like this is something you've been praying for like the longest time, and manifesting for the longest time, dreaming about for the longest time, setting all of your intentions on, and maybe not even realizing it. It's always been about this. Yeah, we got the Hanged Man. They're deep. They're deep with the Hanged Man, and I think that they have a different perspective than you do. They have a different vision than you do, where you're afraid of going deep. I think they're naturally deep, and I think they want that. I think they want to bring in miracles and wish fulfillment. The Chariot with the 9 of Cups. They look at you like you could totally be their fucking boo. Like they want it. They want you to be their boo. More than just their boo. I think that they've been beaten down by life. I think that they've gone through a lot. I think they might have a hard time with the initial initiation, right? Which is why you're being called to kind of spark it in a very light way, but start it, get the ball rolling. Because this person has so much love to give. They have an overflow. They have an overflow hiding in there. And they know that about themselves. They know they overflow, and they probably have overflowed to the wrong people, which is why they're not starting it with you. They're not going beyond maybe flirting or just kind, innocent, lighthearted fun. But they're so deep. They're so incredibly deep. They would bring nothing but love and joy and happiness and playfulness and fun, because you actually will appreciate that. If they're not taking it to the next level, or they haven't, it's because they know how much love they give. They know how much love they give. That's why they haven't initiated. It's not because of you. It's not because they're not interested in more than just lighthearted fun. It's because they've taken on the crosses, the burdens to bear of other people, trying to help them, heal them, be their everything, and it wasn't returned to them. And so they naturally learned to hold themselves back, because if someone is truly interested in them, they will make the effort. And when someone makes the effort for them, they will have no problem pouring, because they see the efforts being made on their behalf to be loved and appreciated and whatever, you know what I mean? So I hope that helps, right? I hope that helps. What's the guidance, please, Spirit, for secret code name Midnight Mystic? It's up to you whether or not you manifest this, okay? Subconsciously, it's up to you. You might walk away because you have to be the mature one and step forward, right, with the King of Cups energy, and present yourself as a stable, emotional. Really, this is the third time this has come out. Sacred pleasure, sacral chakra healing. This is Goddess Bastet with Cat's Eye. Card number 44, angelically protected on all sides. This connection, whoever this is, might most definitely be your Emperor. But the Emperor is learning how to receive. Just like the feminine learns how to give. And so if that is your own masculine energy, initiate so that you can learn how to receive from this person, because this person is so deep, they are a feminine energy. And when I say feminine, I don't mean sex. I mean they're a feminine, very unconditionally loving, giving, pouring energy. They're just keeping it hidden. So have fun. Have fun. Allow yourself to create that bliss state. Allow yourself to create that joy. Allow yourself to create that connection. Be confident and trust, because if this isn't confirmation, I don't know what is. You're walking away from a gem. You don't think this person's interested because they're not initiating. That's false. They're very interested. Very interested. You just gotta go for it. What's the worst that could fucking happen? I mean, seriously, with that energy, what is the worst that could happen? All right, so here we go. Moving on. We've got Moonweb. Moonweb. 160 minutes, 44 seconds. All right, so secret code name Moonweb. All right, and those who would resonate or be drawn to this specific message. What is going on in the subconscious? Now, when I was pinged to this code name, I saw a web, right? A spider's web, and it had like the dew glistening on it, but it was in the moonlight, like it was all black behind there. So it's definitely something that's manifesting with this nourishing, like dew energy, and it's in the night, which means I feel like the connections, because the web's like the weaver of the reality, right? It catches things in its net that's nourishing. I think subconsciously you're in a vibration already that's trying to catch what is nourishing for you. And the Ten of Swords comes out. So if you're in the dark night, trying to catch something that's nourishing, what's going on in the subconscious, right? It's coming from a sabotage state where I feel like you want it to come to you, right? Whatever it is, you want it to come to you. You don't want to go to it. You want it to come to you. What else, Spirit? Because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's what you're thinking. With the Three of Coins and the Four of Wands, if they're not coming to you and making the uphill climb with all of these offers, then you're not going to get your joy and stability, right? Then you're not going to get this beautiful divine connection with the Four of Wands. I feel like because you are insistent on someone making an uphill climb to get it, that's what's actually sabotaging you. That's why you're in the dark night. You're waiting for someone to come in and nourish you, when really you just need to come out of the dark night. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? What's going on in the subconscious? The Spirit of Cups. Emotionally holding yourself back. Again, scorpionic energy on the card. Self-sabotaging energy. Holding yourself back emotionally. Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, Spirit of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Temperance. I think the reason why you're in this vibration of wanting it to come to you is because anytime you see victory and you go after it with this King of Pentacles, like this is your everything, you end up in retreat mode and having to heal. So you want them to come to you. Because every time you initiate for victory, and you're coming in full-blown ready, stable, solid, you end up in retreat mode and needing to rebalance your own masculine and feminine energies. I don't think the issue is with you initiating. I think it might be the intensity and the speed at which you initiate. It's almost like wanting it all to be like a 10-year-old matured relationship in 10 days kind of thing. Going in full speed ahead, ready to give the world, ready to provide the perfect experience. And then having to retreat. And then having to retreat back into yourself because you overextended. Or had really high expectations that weren't necessarily ready. I think you have really high expectations of what king energy is supposed to be. And you're being challenged to break that, allowing yourself to be steady, allowing things to build. Like your pings for victory are not wrong, but the speed at which you're trying to achieve the victory is what's constantly having you have to reset back into yourself and rebalance. Like, yes, they should make efforts and offers to come to you, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you can initiate things too. It doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be intense. Like someone's, like the people that you're attracting, they're not as ready as you. They're not as ready as you from the gate. Like they might want the same things you want. They might want a solid, stable whatever. They might want a victory too. But I feel like the way you've been going about it is off. The way you've been going about it's off. I think if you have love to give, then you should give it and not hold back. And if you have to hold back, then you're either with the wrong person or you're not in alignment. Or both, right? Or both. So whatever's going on in your subconscious mind, just know that it's manifesting resets. The pattern that it's manifesting, the belief that you have or hold about someone needing to make the efforts, making the offers, making the opportunity, wanting to make the plans, like wanting them to do it, right? Wanting them to do all the work in order to make it super happy it's flawed thinking. It's not all on someone else. It's not all on someone else. I think you've been holding whatever mature understanding of love back because it's almost like stuck on this, stuck on a more traditional view when you're not necessarily on a traditional path. Okay. So what is the guidance for Moonweb? Sacred Ecosystem, Ascended Master 𝐸𝐾𝐫𝐿 and 𝐸𝐴𝐵. Sacred ecosystem is about the environment that you're in and who you surround yourself with. And likewise, it could be an issue for whoever it is that's on your mind, or in general, right, with the pattern of these people. They might be in toxic environments, they might have toxic connections, toxic friendships that don't serve their highest good and keep them kind of stuck in immature energies that they don't grow up in, and vice versa. You know what I mean? You need to create a healthier system for yourself that doesn't keep bringing up storms. You might even, because this card is also about community, you might want to get involved with community and start meeting some new people and allowing things to build on a common interest that you share. You know what I mean? Meeting someone who has a common interest with you and allowing it to just kind of build gradually and not rush it. Like they have to come in all at once, you know, with these amazing, you know, magic tricks of perfectness. I think you have an unrealistic vision of what it should be, instead of seeing your pattern for what it is, and how that pattern is not serving you, it's betraying you, right? This Ten of Swords was the first card out. It sets you up for sabotage, it sets you up to get hurt. Leaves you feeling like you have no value, you know, like you're vermin, you know what I mean, with this rat on the card. It's like leaving you feeling as if, because you know you're so ready for victory and you pour and they're like, I would never do it. And it's like, well, why? You know, because you know you have all of this wonderful positive energy, you're coming in with victory, and it's not being received. You know what I mean? It's not being received, and so it's like you're taking it personal, like, what is it, me? You know, because I was so gung-ho and ready, you know what I mean? And in a sense, if you're asking if it's you, it's on some level it is, and that's why I think the expectations that you're putting on others is unrealistic for what is going on in the reality, right? In the reality of things. I hope that gives you a decent perspective, right, on how your subconscious is manifesting. Because if you have this belief that someone needs to make the efforts and really court you and make this huge effort and declaration that you're the one that they love and you're the one that they want, and they're proving it and validating it over and over, and this is what you want, that's why you keep falling on your face, in a sense. You know, mentally putting yourself in a position where you feel so hurt because you're not good enough. Really address that. All right. If you can get a hold of 𝐸𝐴𝐵, and it's funny because your code name is Moonweb, and if you look at 𝐸𝐴𝐵 crystal, it has all of these different, because it's a clear crystal for the most part, and it has all of these different green shoots in it, like green lines all over the place, like a web. I think you need to get out of the dark night, stop waiting for things to come to you and fall into your web, and get out. I think you need to get out there. I think you need to meet new people. I think you need to get involved in a new group or something that's positive and allow it to come to you that way. Take yourself out the dark night and go put yourself in something different. Connect, right? Connect with others. Connect with others. Manifest better, right? Manifest better. Really get to know someone before you jump head feet forward and fall on your face. All right. Last one. Secret code name Fire and Ice. Secret code name Fire and Ice. We're starting at 174 minutes and 17 seconds. Secret code name Fire and Ice, for those who resonate to the secret code name. code name? Fire and ice. Spirit, please. What is going on? What is going on for those who are drawn and resonate to this message in divine time, whenever they're meant to see it? Secret code name, fire and ice, and those that are drawn to it. What is going on in the subconscious? What's manifesting from below the surface? Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Five of Swords, all right, I'm feeling like you're in your own mental retreat because there's something painful in there. Something's emotionally not filling you yet. I'm saying yet. We have the Eight of Cups, right? Something's emotionally not fulfilling. I think you're in retreat mode mentally because something is not fulfilling. And you're getting these nudges in your mind with this Eight of Wands. You're getting these nudges to start a fight. You're getting these pings to like pick a fight. Give me some clarity, please, Spirit. Clarify the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're in retreat mode because you know your shadows are fucking with you. You know your shadow ego, not your beautiful light, but the part of you that would buy into fear or guilt or betrayal or doubt or insecurity or whatever, right? Whatever the shadow is, your ego, control over timing, right? Attachments to time or how something's supposed to go down. I feel like you're in retreat because you know that your demons would sabotage you. So I think you're actively choosing retreat. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Comes out with the Justice card and the Five of Coin. I think in the past you might have felt displaced. I think you might have felt displaced, like you didn't have a home, or you didn't have your person, or you didn't feel like you were at home in the world, you know, feeling like you're very much alone and on your own. I think that's coming into balance with the Justice card. I think that you have a victory over this energy of the Five of Coin. But I think the reason why you're still feeling like you need to walk away is because this was in the past and it's not in your present, and you know it's not in your present. And so you're literally, I feel like you're telling your shadows to shut the fuck up, right? It's like telling your shadows, like, listen, I know you're in there. I know the past. I know the history. I know. But I'm not going there. It's not my present. It's my past. It's not my present. It's not my present. It's not my present. It's like you're having to remind yourself on a what feels like a very consistent basis that you're not repeating the past. You're not misplaced. You're not without a home. You know, you have where you're meant to be. And I feel like you're there. I feel like you're there. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please, Spirit. Clarify the Eight of Wands. The Spirit of Swords. I think you have a higher perspective on things, and I think Spirit, I think you know that. I think you know that, and I think you are aware of how the mind will play tricks on you because you're in this state. Clarify the Five of Swords, Temperance. Yeah, you're not buying into the fight. That's alchemizing. Again, with those scales, right? We have them present now both times. We have these scales. I feel like justice came in, especially if you had walked away at some point. I feel like justice came in and absolutely gave you a place to feel home in, right? To feel safe and like you belong somewhere. You feel like you belong where you are, and there's a part of your subconscious that would have you feel like you don't belong anywhere. But that's just an old thought pattern, right? That's just an old thought, an old firing in the mind, right? It's just the way your mind used to connect, and that's not the case anymore. You're choosing, I feel like you're choosing not to pick a fight because you're listening to spirit and you're seeing the higher perspective, and you know that the issue's internal. It has nothing to do with whoever you're dealing with. I think you are very well aware that the past is not your present, and you're not letting yourself go back into that past mentality where you felt like you had nowhere to go and you didn't belong. You belong where you are. You belong with who you're with. You belong where you belong. And you're getting the guidance from your higher self clearly, because your lower self would tempt you to be petty and pull your energy back and pull your love back and communicate these smelling blood kind of vibrations, right? Because the shark is about smelling blood. It's like something registers or hits you and resonates in a way that's like, excuse me, what? Whoa, you know, or you see something and you're like, what is going on? Like, what could hurt me? You know what I mean? It's like nothing's threatening you. There's no threat to you. In your outer experience, there are no threats. The only threat would be in your own mind telling you to go back to that feeling, that place where you don't belong anywhere, feeling homeless, right? Feeling without place. You know, if you're catching this message, the amount of will I feel from your energy to override your shadow is so strong that you will not overcome those shadows. You're consciously telling your old patterns to fucking kick rocks, right? Fucking get lost, go, fuck off. You know, it's like, I don't need those thoughts. I don't need to feel that way because I have no actual reason to feel that way. There is nothing in my reality that is threatening me and where I belong. And so if you're getting these itches to retreat and pull back because something might, you know, is making you question, you know, like whatever, maybe you heard it wrong, saw it wrong, whatever, but the way you're registering it, it's like dynamite. You know what I mean? It's like someone setting off a time bomb and there's no reason to actually let the time bomb go off. It's like you threw a grenade like into enemy territory, but there's no enemies there. There's nothing there. You're just blowing up the beautiful natural environment that was in front of you and making it fucking war. There's no reason for it, and you know it. And you know it. And so I think you're consciously telling your mind and the shit in there that would repeat old patterns and old cycles of feeling alone and without a place in the world, like you don't belong. You're like, no, fuck off, I belong here. I belong here. Anything else? You're making major efforts. I was just going to look at the bottom of the deck. You're making major efforts towards balance. Top of the deck. giving and receiving, making a serious effort to keep a positive cycle going. Kudos to you. You resonated to the secret code name. Kudos to you. You're strong as fuck. You're strong as fuck. Telling your demons and your fears from things past to fuck off and being really strong in your faith of who you are and where you belong is everything. You're literally your saving grace. You have come a long way from where you were in that homeless, don't belong state. You've come a real long way, and you ain't never going back. You ain't never going back to that place. You know where you belong. You know. You know. I think you're filled with beautiful fire, and sometimes you can flip a switch, you know what I mean, like black eyes, and go ice cold, like you don't give a fuck, and ruin it, you know what I mean, and leave yourself feeling without a place to belong. And I think that you're letting that go. You're not buying into this whole idea that you're on your own anymore. You're not on your own. If you're catching this message, you are not on your own. You have a lifetime partner, you know what I mean, or you have a lifetime situation that you could feel safe in. Guidances, yeah, the inner queen, goddess Persephone and Ruby. I just heard, and I'm not a Bon Jovi fan, but I just heard that song, like, what is it, Living on a Prayer? You're halfway there, whoa! Living on a prayer, take my hand, I swear. Yeah. Like you're already halfway there, the battle is already half won. The inner queen is about this beautiful divine feminine energy that is allowing your blessings to come in that safe, secure heart space, because Ruby doesn't just resonate with the root chakra, it resonates with the heart chakra as well. And it's purifying of bloodlines, right? Because Ruby resonates vitality-wise with the blood. It's very it's purifying really long-standing karma. Like if this is something that has gone on in your lifetimes, plural, that you felt like you didn't belong anywhere, and you've kind of just been this wandering lost soul, and you have no place, you know, in this life or in this journey or whatever, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, I'm miserable here. I think that you've completely let that go. I think you've found where you belong. I think that you're a receptive feminine energy, the inner queen that radiates, that you know that you deserve a home, you know that you deserve that paradise state. You're keeping it, and you're keeping it. So keep fighting the good fight. If you are dealing with your demons and owning that shit, and you're fighting the good fight, keep it up, because you're halfway there. The battle is already half won. It's already half won. I think it's just a matter of time before your demons surrender and give up, because they can't crack you. They can't crack you. Purifying really deep life force energy on a very deep level. Like I said, healing bloodlines. Healing bloodlines. And I feel like it's not just for you, it's for whoever you're with or wherever you're at. You're healing them on a very ancestral, karmic, familial karmic level too. If you're healing your bloodline and your past fates, then you're healing theirs too. Because if you felt out of place and now you've found your place and you're not letting it go, it's because they are also in the right place with you. They're also in the right place with you. They're at home with you too. They're at home with you too. They feel like they have a place and a purpose in the world and something to look forward to too. They feel like they belong somewhere. They feel like they belong with you. They feel like they belong with you. Zodiac signs on the board. We have Sagittarius, and we have Libra, and we have the Sun energy, which is Leo energy. And because its shadow is like the wounded heart, right? The wounded Christ consciousness that's unconditionally loving. On both sides, I feel like the unconditional love has been reached, and now it's just a matter of getting through the rest of the story, right? If you're halfway there and the connection is validated between you and your person, and you both know you absolutely belong where you're at together, then it's just a matter of letting the outer experience catch up to your vibration and the alignment of your vibration and the beauty of it. Like, the universe has the rest. The inner queen is very receptive. The universe has the rest. You don't have to do anything. It's going to work itself out. If there's any issues that would threaten this connection at all, I think the divine is taking care of it for you. You don't worry. You enjoy this beautiful connection. You enjoy it fully every day. Feed it, nurture it, nourish it, love it, appreciate it, hold gratitude for it, do what you can to keep it strong, because this is like an unbreakable connection. Whatever this is that I'm picking up on, it's an unbreakable connection. Definitely ending karma. This is Crystal Goddess number 888. So, old, infinitely looping pain cycles of feeling out of place are ending, and I believe new, infinitely beautiful ones are coming in. Especially because 888 breaks down to a 24, which is balance within, and stability to a 6, which is unconditionally loving vibrations. Angelic support, right, with the 4, it's balance within and being supported by your angels and your higher and your faith. Whatever is not in alignment in the reality, just trust the universe it knows what it's doing. Okay, it knows what it's doing, and you don't have to fight anymore. You just have to enjoy. You just have to enjoy where you're at. Okay, you just have to enjoy where you're at and who you're with, and that's it. Okay, so that was the end. That was the last secret code name. I hope that once this loads, it might take up to 24 hours, guys, because this is an exceptionally long one. It went over 3 hours, okay? And YouTube's been having an issue loading things more than 20 minutes long. If it's less than 20 minutes, it takes like a few minutes for it to load, but if it's longer than 20 minutes, it could take up to 24 hours. So, I hope this served you. I hope these messages serve you well, and that you understand what's manifesting from your own inner belief systems, and knowing that if you do not like the outcome, that you are completely in control of your beliefs all of the time, and you can choose to shift them. You can choose from feeling out of place to knowing and feeling like you do have a place, right? Even if you're not in that place, you can believe it's there and trust that it's coming no matter what. You know, you choose what manifests in your subconscious. You're either going to have positive thoughts or you're not, okay? So keep them positive. Keep them positive and purposeful. I love all of you. Until next time, guys, Divine Rebel Racy signing off. Remember, always love each other. Love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. All right? Bye, everybody.